Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulu Tech Design, and I'm your boy, Lulu Mark. Today I want to introduce you to Archicad. Most of our projects have been in Revit, and I thought we're leaving the Archicad lovers behind. That's why I decided to come up with a project that we are going to do in Archicad. But before we dive into the project, I want to introduce you to the software, and we learn a few things before we can start a full-flagged project in the software. Archicad can do anything Revit does. It's only that the dynamics are different. But of course, people have preferences. Some people love to use Archicad, others love to use Revit. But you'll see and compare for yourself, and you choose which software is easier for you. So without wasting a lot of time, I want to open the Archicad and you see how the interface is. So I have both 28 and 29. 29 is the latest, so I'll basically open the 29. Well, this is how Archicad interface looks like. When you just open the software, this is where it will bring you. We have on our right, there's home, there's the recent, we have the new, we have open and teamwork, we have learning, latest news, and about. But of course, we are mostly interested in the new project, how to start a new project. There's also browse project. If you have a project that you have already created and saved on your computer, you can come and browse it from here. Teamwork is to join a teamwork project and they collaborate on your Beam cloud. So you can have your work in the cloud and you do it together as a team, or sitting in different locations. That's basically the purpose of this tool. So if you want to start any new project in Archicad, what you do, you just click on this new project. You can click from here or from here. These are the same things. So I'll basically click this. So now when you have clicked a new project, this is where it's supposed to bring you. Here it says create a new project from template, and the template we have by default is the Archicad name that you're using, or the Archicad version you're using. Mine is 29. You can use any of the Archicad version you have, 28, 27, 26. Of course, there's a lot of improvement in terms of new features when it comes to the new version. If you click on this drop down, you're not going to see a lot of things here, but of course, these are areas for templates. They are supposed to appear here. So we shall go with the default, and we shall just click new, this new button, so that it can take us to the interface. So as it is opening the project, you realize it loads a lot of things. Why it loads a lot of things? Archicad comes with all its libraries. Unlike Revit, where the libraries are supposed to be downloaded from different websites, Archicad comes with all the libraries that you need in modeling your house, from door, windows, the interior components. All those components, you get them from Archicad. That's why it keeps loading. It has so many libraries. As you can see here, loading library parts. Yeah, now the interface has loaded. So this is how Archicad interface looks. This is basically 29, but 28 looks almost similar to this. They have new features here which are a little bit inbuilt. You can't see them visibly here by just looking at the interface. Now this one is saying, looks like there's something wrong. This interface is basically supposed to show you what are the new features that have come with this software, and this one only works when it is connected to the internet. So I'm not connected to the internet, that's why it is giving me this message. If it gives you this message, well, it's basically because you are not connected to internet. So you just close this, it will not affect anything. So here you will see the tools. There's the file edit and the rest. And then of course we have also another set of tools down here. And on our left we have the design, which is this. Let me collapse that. We have design, we have viewpoint. Let me collapse that. We also have the document. These are the major areas where you are supposed to get your tools for designing your house. Then on our right, we have the project map, we have the view map, we have the layout book, we have the published assets. So these are also some of the elements that are very key for your project. And of course, in the project map, you'll be able to find the stories where you'll be able to set up stories. Stories are basically floor to floor levels or heights. This is where you set the levels for your house before you start designing anything. Then of course here we have the elevations, we have the east, north, south, and all the elevations, you find them here. So when you have designed your house, you'll be able to see your elevations from here. We also have the interior elevations as well. We have the worksheets. The good thing with the Archicad is you can easily navigate into your interior without the need to do a section box or stuff like that, which Revit does. But for Archicad, when you zoom, it can easily take you to the interior side of the house, just like Lumion. That is some advantage that Archicad has over some of the modeling softwares. Then we have the 3D, we have the generic perspective and the generic astrometrics. So we have schedules here. You can schedule elements, components. You can, of course, paint the surface of components. We have project interfaces and all these. Of course, you'll be able to interface with these ones one by one as you keep working in Archicad. And of course, when you come to the design, which is on our left, when you open it up, it has all the tools. When I just increase this a little bit, you'll be able to see the names of the items we have here. We have the wall, slab, column, beam, and all these. You find them in the design menu. So when I collapse this and come to viewpoint, you'll be able to see sections, you'll be able to see elevations, interior elevations, detail, worksheet, and camera. You can use these ones to make work much easier when you are designing. And then in the documents, we have the dimensions, the level dimensions, the radial dimensions, angle dimension, text, label, grid, change line, and all these, you find them in your documents. And of course, these ones are also very important as you're doing your designs, because you need to dimension, you need to draw lines for guidance and all those stuffs. So anytime you select any components here, let's say we have selected the wall, it will pop up the wall default setting, and anything you see up here will change to the component that you have selected here. So that is basically how the interface looks like and how it works. We have the mark Q here. Mark Q is basically to select components, and sometimes people want to duplicate components so that they can save a copy somewhere else. So you can use the mark Q to copy and you save it elsewhere, so that you keep working on your original project without having to lose what you have done before. So basically that is the interface. Of course, down here we have the previous zoom, we have the next zoom, we have the increase zoom. Then this one is for fitting window. You'll find them here. But of course, some of these things change according to what you are doing. For example, if I'm panning or if I'm rotating in the 3D, it will show me here different tools, and of course I'll use them according to what is open. So basically that is it, and this is the ground floor or the floor where you're working on. And then here you'll see the 3D, and by default it has for us here the self elevation. So the first elevation that will show is always this one here. So with the stories here you can see, but of course you'll customize these stories in the project map. So I just wanted to take you through the interface of this, and of course when we meet again I'll be able to show you how to set stories in Archicad. And please make sure you subscribe, and see you in the next part of this journey. Thank you.